Bam, we're back.
We're back.
Hey guys, it is Tuesday because it's Table Talk Tuesday, and it's August
18th.
18th. Oh my goodness, we've been gone a long time. We've been traveling and going across the country. We went from 80s, 70s to 100 degrees, but I would have given anything for it to happen. It's such a blessing. I'm back in school teaching. We're black. Hi, we're black. We're back in a wonderful town, Las Vegas, a wonderful area of town. We're about 10, 12 miles away from the Strip, which is good enough for you to see it, but not have to be in it.
Yeah.
We have such beautiful mountains. We're in Sunrise Mountain area, which is southeast if you know Vegas at all. And I just got off, so I'm just a little bit tired, but we are determined to get back on the pony.
Yeah.
And do table talk. What else are we going to be doing this fall?
Table Talk, and we got a few shows. Like we have Empire that's coming back on September 23rd. So
You don't even talk about that now because I put it on there.
Yeah. Definitely we got that. We have Survivor's Remorse coming back on.
That's
Unreal.
right. Unreal. But we don't do tapes on that. But we do also have Catfish. Is Catfish coming back?
Now that I don't know. I'll look that up.
Yeah, I enjoy Catfish because I usually watch it anyways without taping it, but I really enjoyed it, and taping it made it even that much better. Oh, look at the scratch on my table. I just saw that. Anyways, yeah, so you want to go ahead and get started?
Yeah.
Okay.
First thing on here, we see that Terrence Howard and his wife are having issues. They're going at it at court, and the wife is saying that he and her did coke and ecstasy and weed and watched freaking movies and did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, evidently she divorced him, and in her settlement she got X amount of dollars per month alimony. Now, haven't been through a divorce before. Maybe this is a rich folks problem, but you get alimony based on, for example, I had gotten it for a small amount of time, but it was because I had taken off from my job to further my education through school, and he had said that he was going to support me in that endeavor, but the relationship broke down. But I only got it for a couple of months. So I don't know how long she's gotten it, because she's gotten several raises, and now she was telling him that if he didn't give her more money, because of Empire now, that she was going to expose some of his dirty deeds, I guess, and that he was actually in court crying. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he was in court crying to, explain to the judge how she's basically blackmailing him and threatening him and everything else. He's gone on now. He's remarried, and his life has gone on. It's in a better place. But weren't you a little bit disappointed to hear they was doing all these drugs and stuff?
Yeah, I was disappointed seeing that. I do like Terrence Howard as an actor, so it was kind of disappointing to hear that he was doing this kind of stuff.
But you know what that teaches us? That everybody is human. Yeah. And even though they're on TV or doing a movie, it doesn't make them perfect, and it doesn't mean their life is beyond reproach, that there's some holier than thou person, and that they make poor choices just like each and every one of us. I wish Howard the best. I've heard some things that he gets physical and this and that, and to tell you the truth, I could see that to the point of he married these little Asian women and this and that, and they might take her ass whooping, but a real sister not. He gonna get swung back on. That's why he don't be with one, in my opinion.
Right.
Okay. Anyways.
Yes. So we see online that a girl sets her boyfriend's penis on fire.
Girl,
cheating with her coworker.
Did you see that video?
Yes.
He was laid out in the bed, and she poured something on him. I don't know if it was drinking alcohol, rubbing alcohol, or what. Right. And lit it up. He laid up there sleeping, and pretty soon he was groaning in pain and started waking up and putting his crotch out. And she's going off that, how you going to have the nerve to chill me with my coworker and everything else. You know what? Okay, let's be real. Women, a part of you wants to be part taking in that burning the crotch up situation. Your anger is like that because you put a lot of trust in people.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, you can't do that. Why? This motherfucker ain't worth me going to jail and spending no time for.
Nope.
Leaving my kids and whatnot. So, what do you think? Better to put him out the house?
Put him out the house rather than putting penis out the house.
Right.
Setting it on
She
fire.
could have throw some water on his sleep ass and with his shit outside already on the lawn, and he got to go. And if you want to put a fight, call the po-po.
Yep.
But it's funny in a way, but also it just is not cool.
No, think twice before you do some of the things you do.
Really.
Think twice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So your J-Lo's coming to Vegas.
Yeah. Are you excited about that?
No. I'm not a big J-Lo fan. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm not a big J-Lo fan.
You know what? J-Lo to me is not a good singer. She danced good when Rosie Perez choreographed her back in Living Color. That's what it was back in the day. And I saw that. I didn't know who she was per se, but I saw her. But that was choreographed. Can she get down and get loose and all that? No. Why is she at 40-some years old still crawling around the floor twerking? No voice. I don't think her voice is that strong enough and that desirable.
No.
She dropped the album last year. I think it sold like maybe 20,000 copies or 2,000 copies. Shit, it cost more to go to the studio and make than it did. It got back in sales.
Really?
And so, now that I'm saying that out loud, though, that might be good for a Vegas show. She could draw on some oldies and come up with some skimpy costumes or some feathers and boas and get her old ass out there and shake it up. Because somebody will buy a ticket. Come on, it's Vegas and you want to see these entertainment. And she ain't no big name to me, but she a big enough name that you might pay that 50, 60 or whatever to see her. Do I believe she gonna fill the stadium up each and every night? No. I don't. But she'll do all right. And listen, the girl want to get paid, right? So she's getting her hustle on.
Yeah, she doing her thing. I can't hate on her for that, for doing her own thing and coming out here to Vegas. Mm-hmm. Just know that I won't be going.
Right, you trust believe that. But I'm for you making your money the best way you can. Do I think you a top notch? Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott type of talent.
No.
Celine Dion. No, I don't. Not at all. You're mediocre. But it's nice to come to Vegas because Vegas is filled with a lot of mediocre tourists that'll be, saw you on American Idol, probably never seen you before in life.
Right.
Don't know your episodes with Diddy and Ja Rule and none of them. And
folks overseas that don't know.
Right, you trying to pass so you could pass enough for them, for them not to be overly offended. And they'll buy a ticket to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Next story.
Do your thing.
Really? So a woman gets kicked off a flight because of her dog.
Girl, I saw this on the news. This older lady, quite older, was sitting up there and they had asked her to put her dog in a storage bin, I won't say storage bin like a garbage can, but a storage cage thing, and down where the luggage is kept. That's what they do with the animals. My hair is crazy. Okay, so anyways, she wouldn't do it. So they had to, she was getting, I guess, aggressive or whatever with the airline ladies and gentlemen. So they turned the plane back and they called the police on her. The police came in and she kept grabbing out the dog and tripping on the police and you're not going to touch me. And they would say, oh, you got to get off the plane. Here she go. I'm not getting off this plane. I get my money back. Bitch, when they going to get the money and to give you your refund?
Right here, right now?
Right. Not happening. Get your ass off that plane. And then she was with some old decrepit man, and I felt bad for him because they finally haunched her ass and pulled her out. Took 2 cops to pull her out, took the dog away, and they had her in handcuffs walking her out, and she protesting and all this bull. And he up there, his post self, with a little cane and barely making it. They got to wait on him, to come down the aisle. It was a hot mess.
That's gotta be embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel bad for that man because he probably was looking forward to a good trip or something, or a nice vacay, and you done ruined it because of the dog.
But you know what? Her personality was a ruiner personality. This ain't the first time she done ruined. That's what she do.
Right. You do it like this. You do this.
Right. That's what you do. There's a lot of people. That's what they do. They tend to have a good time, sort of, but they want everything to go the way they want it to go, and that's not reality. And so, your best bet is don't travel with them. Helen or Susan or whatever her name is, Helga, gonna ruin the trip.
Yeah.
Right off the jump. So. You'd be like,
You better off taking one of your kids or the friend or something.
Go. Should I vacate through the internet? If it was me and you, the only ones going, I don't want to go by myself. I'll stay at home.
Right.
But it was crazy. You don't get on there clowning like that.
No.
They said Jason Derulo was getting rude and lippy or guess whatever to some airline people too. He got put off the plane too.
Y'all
dumb fuckers don't get put off the plane.
Right, leave these fuck alone. They had enough.
They're doing their job. You ask for the peanuts time and time again, and they trying to do everything.
Right.
And you're nervous or upset, and they're under pressure. Let's all have a peaceful journey together. Right. Because if you get on it with the dog and stuff with me, I might get off. I'm
really
requesting the captain turn back. I'm sick as a dog or something. Just
right. I don't want to do it. So we hear Tracy Morgan is doing Saturday Night Live now. Hosting Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I saw him on a news program. Not talking about that, but just seeing that he had recovered and he was profoundly grateful for his recovering and that he lived. He was very sorrowful or hurt or whatever that his friend died and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He can't say what Walmart gave him, but he let it be known quite in a big way that they took very, very good care of him and his medical bills. So he don't have to never work again.
No, he doesn't, because that was just so dangerous, the whole thing. But I thought he died and everything. It was really scary.
Yeah. So he's sitting pretty. Now he's getting to do the things he want to do. Are we ready to see Tracy Morgan? I don't know yet. You know what I mean? Like after something such a catastrophe like that, are you ready to jump back into comedy?
Right.
And I don't know. I haven't seen it, but my heart tells me he's not going to be the person he was. It's just no way.
Right.
And he may not be as funny as he might have been in the past. I quite frankly didn't find him that funny, but
Yeah.
He might not even be that much. But God bless him, seriously, that he was able to come back and to recover. And my prayers go out to the family of the man that didn't, the other comedian. But good to see he's back onto the road of recovery.
Yeah, definitely. It was good to see that he was okay. Nothing major happened to him. So we hear civil rights activist Julian Bond passed away at 75.
I had mentioned to somebody, I'm not going to say who, that Julian Bond had passed. They was like, who is that? And they were my age. I'm like, really? But if you ever looked at the old, this is probably before everybody's time is listening to this, like the old Dr. Phil or even Oprah in the 70s or 80s, you watched it in the panel shows on Sunday, you would see Julian Bond. He was a very prominent civil rights activist. He was from Tennessee, I think Nashville, Tennessee, and living in Florida. And he had a short-term injury, and then he passed. So God bless him for all that he's done, and rest his soul. And it's kind of sad that we don't know our Black history the way we should. We should be knowing everybody, because Blacks have contributed to this American culture, society in profound, life-changing ways, from technology to science to medicine to the arts.
Yep.
And civil rights. We still talking about who is Julian Bond. But anyways.
Yeah. I was about to say, definitely, condolences to the family, and yeah,
Yes.
hopefully rest peacefully.
Mm.
So Morgan Freeman's granddaughter was stabbed multiple times, and she died.
That was so sad. I know this is gonna sound weird, but I was on the internet, and this was just about 3 or 4 days ago. And this guy said he was psychic, and he had put up that he saw a black cloud over Morgan Freeman. This is before the situation happened. A black cloud, maybe it was a week or two. It was black cloud over Morgan Freeman, and he didn't know what was going to happen. But there's something very dark happening around him, not to him, around him, and we'll find out shortly. And sure enough, I looked in the paper or online on the paper, and his granddaughter, who also was following his footsteps, had been in. She was in a movie that he made a bit part. She was in What Would You Do as a, that show What Would You Do 2020, and she was a barista at a coffee shop being very rude and sick of people and stuff. However, she was going with this guy. She was 32, he was 30, and he supposedly got high and everything, as that's what he normally did, and he stabbed her and chased her out and
Yeah.
stabbed her 16 times or 60 times.
Some.
Anyways, screaming out about Jesus Christ is born and he exercising her and everything else. But there were witnesses there to it. Nobody jumped in, but people are afraid these days. What if he get to stabbing up on me? I guess is what they were thinking.
Right.
But the police arrested him right away. He's going to be charged with second-degree murder. I know Morgan Freeman probably never hear this, but he might. But my absolute prayers and wishes are with him and his family.
Absolutely.
And she was actually the granddaughter of the woman that he's married to. But wow, that's deep.
Isn't it? That's scary. We hear that a boy stabs his mother 100 times and then parties with her corpse down in Miami, Florida. That's why I don't go to Florida. Florida, you're not getting a penny from me.
They're too crazy. There's too Miami Vice drug situation going on. But he stabbed her 100 times. This nigga didn't get tired. Like his arm didn't hurt. Doing this, I can't hardly do that with my arm having gone out. But 100 times, and then he partied with the corpse.
I'm thinking like, what conversation did y'all have before this? Were you already mad or something? And
yeah,
she
but
something?
Listen, he wasn't mad at the time. He was mad, as in insane.
Right.
Mad scientist. That's what mad he was, because even if she told him to clean up his room the 100 times, or no, you can't go to McDonald's, or do you got Wendy's money, whatever, you can't hang with your friends 100 times. That's called they call that a crime of passion. When your passion is connected, your anger is so connected to that person that everything that was ever in you comes out on them at that moment, and that's a crying shame.
Absolutely.
He just threw his poor little young life away on a humbug. But
I understand.
You know what? You have the right to chastise your kids, and you have the right to do it in a way that best fits you. Just make sure when you are punishing them, make sure your punishment matches what they did. If they didn't clean up their room, they don't need to have the hell beat out of them. But if you catch them in the bed with somebody up in your room, beat the hell out of them. So that's just me.
No, I don't get that. Like, what happened that warranted you to get to stabbing like that? It's just, I don't.
Yeah, I guess they'll talk about it in the trial. I don't know. They don't have court TV anymore, so you can't really see the trial. You can get bits and pieces of the news, but that's a crying shame.
Yeah.
So,
honestly. So we hear about Uber drivers are raping women.
Uber drivers are raping. Ain't that something? Now, for those that don't know, Uber is another form of transportation. It's not a taxi company. It's you and your car, and you sign on, and you're insured, and you pick up whoever and take them wherever. Usually, to me, it reminds me of like carpooling. in a sense that we're going in the same direction and whatever, and they pay you and all that. But they're gonna be out of business quick, fast, in a hurry if these drivers are raping. They need to do fingerprint, background check, everything else. You can't just sign a paper and come on.
No, I thought that to myself when I first heard that they were going to start doing this Uber thing, and I was thinking to myself, this sounds kind of dangerous. You know, we're not around checking anybody, and we're just picking up stray people on the streets.
That's the whole thing. They can't be deeply background checking people, because you cannot tell me that this guy was listed as a sex offender or anything else, been prosecuted, served time, and jumped out his character. Or on the other hand, he was driving and you look so scrumptious, he decided to rape. You know, don't get an Uber, okay?
Please don't. Especially
I want to generalize, you know, because some people might have good Uber experiences, but
absolutely.
You know, I would think carefully. They're getting that together here in Vegas, and you know,
just
I'm not gonna take it.
No. So we hear about Yaz the Greatest, or Bashir Gray, if you know him, plays Hakeem on Empire, was tripping down in Memphis, Tennessee. It was supposed to be some kind of bar or something he was going to go to, and he decides he wants to cut in line. There's a long line, too. So he tries to get through, and the security guard is trying to back him up and tell him to leave and stuff. And he going to start trying to trip. So his manager or security, whoever, pulls him and tries to drag his behind, you know, off of whoever he's trying to snap on.
You know, that's surprised because he only had 5 minutes of fame yet, you know. So you're too new in the game to be trying to cut lines or be a fool like Justin Bieber, because you know what happened to him? Crickets. So, you know, I hope that was a one-time thing. I hope he learned his lesson. But yes, if you ever listen to this, don't get out there clowning and acting a fool.
Please.
It's enough fools out there. And we appreciate that you got some fame and the girls loving on you, but that's what girls do, okay? That's what girls do. You don't even have to be a star. You can be a football player at the high school, and they'll be screaming for that.
Right.
But keep your ego in check at all times. And you know you always kept your mother around to help guide you. Mm-hmm. So get back to that.
That's why I said get back to that. I was a little disappointed hearing that from you, because I do admire you as an artist and as a performer. So, you know, check yourself on that, because I'm like you. You just got 5 minutes of fame. You're not Denzel Washington.
No.
You're not Morgan Freeman.
No.
You cannot come in there skipping lines on folk.
It's 22:39, and time has flown by, but we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
This is a lot of time.
Yeah.
Guys, we are so happy to be back. We missed you profoundly. We're here. We made it. Yay. Shout out to Crystal Cotton. Hope she listens and gets my shout out to her.
Definitely.
And to Randomatic. Hey, Randomatic. Hey. Thank you for writing. You guys take care. If you like it, subscribe.
Comment.
Thumbs up. Let us know what you think. Question for today. If you make it this far, you'll get the question. The question is it too early in the game for Hakeem from Empire to be cutting lines and trying to get the big hit? You guys take care and have a blessed day.
See ya.
Bye.